I refrain from buying them because I don't want them to end up like this. Hello everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for joining me on a video that is kind of sad. So get some tissue. It's going to be a sad video. You might cry a little bit. But I'm going to show you 5 plants that I just cannot keep alive. 5 plants that I had no business buying. 5 plants that I will probably never ever buy this genus again, just because these plants do not do well in my house, and I don't know what it is. I try to figure it out, so maybe you guys can help me out and give me some tips and tricks on how you grow your plants, because I'm sure there are so many people out there that have so much success with these plants, and for whatever reason they just don't do well in my house. So the first plant that I'm going to show you is a plant that I did a plant haul on. So it is going to be my variegated crotons. Like, can you guys even tell that these were variegated crotons at one time? No, probably not, right? So I will insert pictures of what these plants look like when I first bought them. I saw them at the plant nursery. I've never seen them before, so I was like, I know I have to have these. They're so beautiful. But in the back of my mind, I knew that I could not keep a croton or croton alive. They're very finicky plants. They need light. They need moisture. Like, I just couldn't keep them alive. And I tried. Like, I put them in this little terrarium. I gave them moisture. I put them under my grow light. And you guys, all the leaves just fell off. And this is what it looks like. So I will never purchase another croton. And if you guys see one in my plant haul, call me out on it. I will never purchase another croton. So that is the first one here on my sad plants. Plants that I had no business buying. Okay, you guys, so another plant that I'm sure so many people can keep this plant alive. And I don't know what it is, but I cannot keep it alive. And that is the rubber tree. And this is the Tinicky rubber tree. I have purchased the burgundy, and I think those are the only 2 that I had. Of course, the burgundy died. And this one is struggling. It is trying to grow, but I mean, this is what it looks like. All the leaves fell off. And I mean, this did happen when I moved. I used to keep this in my bathroom at my other house next to my sink, and it did get some really good sunlight in the morning. But when I moved, I have it upstairs where it gets pretty good light. It doesn't get too much humidity, so I don't know if that's the problem. I really think it's just me. I think I'm the problem. I think that I underwater this plant. It needs more water, and I just kind of ignore it because it's getting on my nerves. It's just dying. All the leaves are dropping. It also had spider mites really bad, and I really don't get spider mites too often, but this plant was just giving me a headache with those spider mites. And I mean, this is what it looks like. Okay, so here is another plant that, you guys, everybody keeps these plants alive. I don't know what's wrong with me. The ZZ plant. Like, really? This is what my ZZ plant looks like. It's just sad. I really think that my problem with this is that I underwater it, but then I think, okay, I'm underwatering it, so then I water it, and then I don't know, like, this is what happens to my ZZ plants. And if you guys have been watching my videos for any amount of time, you know that I was searching for the ZZ Raven forever, and I finally got 2 of them, and they're doing awesome. Like, they are growing, they don't have any like dead leaves, or they're not shriveling up. But the plain ZZ, green ZZ, is just not a good grower in my house. So this is what it looks like. It is trying to grow new leaves, as you can see, but I don't know. It's just a sad plant. So that is another one here on my, I had no business buying these plants. Okay, so another one is this plant. String of, I'm guessing it's string of teardrops, I think it was. String of beans, maybe. So I've had the string of watermelon, I've had the string of pearls, dolphins, hearts. They're all gone, you guys. Any string ofs I cannot keep alive. I try giving them the most sunlight. I try giving them, you know, watering them from the bottom. I try everything that I can with these plants, and they don't work for me. So I don't know what it is. I currently have a string of hearts that I purchased probably 2 weeks ago. And fingers crossed for that plant. It might end up like this, but we will see. So the string ofs are another plant that I just cannot keep alive. And I'm not going to say on that plant that I will never buy another string of, because it's probably a lie. But they're just so hard for me to keep alive. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to show you another plant that, once again, everybody can keep this plant alive. Everybody but me. So it is a Sansevieria. Like, really, what even is this? Like, the leaves are floppy. They're all yellow. I'm sure that it's underwatered. But once again, I try so hard with these plants. I see that it's getting, you know, wilted, so I water it more, and then it gets root rot. I cannot figure out the watering with these plants. I mean, it's so sad because they're such beautiful plants, but I can probably say 99% that I will never buy another Sansevieria. These plants just don't do well in my house. I do have the Sansevieria, the Mohawk Sansevieria. I'll insert a picture. I'll go take a picture of it and show you guys. I'll insert a picture here of that plant. It's doing awesome. I've had that plant for a long time. I even did a repotting video. Like, I went and took you guys with me and shopped for a pot and repotted it, and it's doing awesome. I will link that video up here so you guys can take a look at that. Because I think it's just these thinner Sansevieria that don't do well for me. If you guys have any help for me on any of these plants, please leave it in the comments down below. Help me figure out what I'm doing wrong with these plants, because these are seriously plants that I never want to purchase ever again. And would I recommend them to somebody else? Definitely. I think that Sansevieria are gorgeous. I think that most people can keep them alive, and they're easy growers for most people, but I just can't, you guys. I can't. So there's another plant that I just cannot keep alive. Okay, you guys, so the last plant I'm going to show you is a plant that I'm really sad about, because I wanted this plant so bad, and I finally found it. I took it home. It was doing great. And now this is what it looks like. So the Begonia immaculata from the Costa Farms Trending Tropicals. I'll insert a picture here of what it looked like when I first bought it. Brought it home, put it under my humidifier. It gets pretty good light from the grow light. Not too much light because it's like down on the floor under some other plants, but it gets pretty good light down there. And now this is what it looks like. So I do see that it's trying to grow some new leaves, but it's been trying to grow these new leaves for a while, and it's just, they're just not growing. So this is a plant, you guys, if you have any tips, tricks on this plant, please leave them in the comments down below, because I really want to keep this plant alive. I love this begonia. It's so beautiful. I have my Begonia looking glass that's doing awesome. It grows for me. It gives me no problems. It's gorgeous. But I just can't. I don't know what is wrong with me and this plant. So, like I said, if you can please help me with this plant, leave it in the comments down below. I would truly appreciate it because I'm really sad about this plant. This is the last plant here on the plants that I have no business buying. Like I said, most of these plants I will never purchase again. I'm not buying any more Sansevieria unless I see a really cool one that I have to have. I'm not buying any more rubber plants. I'm not buying any more ZZ plants. Definitely no more of the green ZZ plants. The string ofs, I can't say I'll never buy again, but I really have no business buying them. And I'm so tempted to go buy another Begonia immaculata, just because I see them all the time at the Costa Farms trending tropical displays. I refrain from buying them because I don't want them to end up like this. Really sad about this one. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more plant videos from me, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, guys, bye.